Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Hasham. Now I'm going to start the main problems on consignment accounts. So already 8 short problems I've completed in the last video. So hope my regular genuine viewers who want the complete command on the subject might have watched the earlier videos. So I suggest you, before starting the main problems, you must be fully acquainted with the meaning of consignment accounts. What is the accounting treatment in the books of Consignor and Consginee? All these things you must know it. Without that, you should not watch this main problem. So if you have not watched, I suggest you to go to the playlist of my channel. Select the subject Financial Accounting 2. In that, select the video of consignment account. Watch the first 2 videos on theory. Be acquainted with the complete concept of consignment account. Watch the first short problems video. 8 short problems I've completed. Now I'm going to start the main problem. Before starting the main problem, I expect my viewers to have a printout of the problems, which I've given in the link under my description. So take a printout, keep it ready. And now I'm reading out the first main problem. Ram and Company of Calcutta consigned 50 cases of goods at rupees 200 each to Nathan of Bombay. So Ram and Company is the consignor, Nathan is the consignee, and the value of the goods is 50 cases of rupees 200 each. So 50 into 200, 10,000 rupees worth of goods, cost of goods is sent by the consignor. The consignor pays 200 rupees for insurance and for freight 300. So totally 500 rupees are spent by the consignor. And Nathan sent an account sales showing the gross proceeds at rupees 24,000. That means account sales has been received from the consignee, stating that the consignee has sold all the goods, no unsold stock. All the goods were sold away for rupees 24,000. The expenses paid by Nathan were dock dues 20, carriage 50, warehousing expenses 130. So 20 plus 50 plus 130, 200 rupees are spent by the consignee. And he sent the amount due to the consignor after deducting 4% commission. So according to the agreement, the consignor allows 4% commission to the consignee on sale proceed. What is the sale proceed? 24,000. So on 24,000, 4% is the commission. Give journal entries in the books of both the parties. This is the first main problem. In this problem, we have to pass the journal entries in the books of consignor and in the books of consignee. Consignor is Ram and Company. So first of all, Ram and Company, consignor, books of Ram and Company, consignor, journal entries. In the theory video, I have explained you all the entries in the books of consignor and in the books of consignee. Hope if you have watched that video, now you are in a position to remember the entries. First entry. When goods are sent by consignor to consignee, the entry, consignment account data to goods sent on consignment. Consignment account data to goods sent on consignment, 10,000. How 10,000? How many cases? 50 cases of rupees 200 each. 50 into 200. So 10,000 rupees worth of goods are sent. I am not writing here narration. Explanation I am not giving, but I am expressing now. So always when you watch these videos, keep a notebook beside you. As soon as I say something important, you should note it down. Then only you can be able to learn the complete wholesome knowledge. Otherwise, simply if you watch the video, you won't get, only 50% knowledge you will get. So when I explain this entry, immediately I'm explaining the narration. Just you write down the narration somewhere in the notebook. Later on when you copy down the solution, along with solution you should write down the narration also. It is compulsory. So consignment account data to goods sent on consignment. Here narration, being the goods sent on consignment. Being the goods sent on consignment. Over. Now expenses are paid by the consignor. Ram and Company has paid expenses. How much expenses? 500 rupees they have spent. Entry will be consignment account data to bank. Because he is paying, so bank account is created and all expenses should be debited to consignment account. So consignment account data to bank 500 being the expenses paid. That's all. Now third entry will be sale proceed. Account sales has been received from the consignee. In account sales, it is given that the consignee has sold all the goods for rupees 24,000. Who has sold these goods? Nathan has sold. So entry will be Nathan account data to consignment. Nathan account data to consignment 24,000. Narration: being the goods sold by consignee. Being the goods sold by consignee. Remember, consignment account is a nominal account. All expenses will be debited and incomes will be credited. The sale, when goods are sold, consignment account should be credited. When expenses are incurred, consignment account should be debited, right? So being the goods sold by consignee, 24,000. Next comes expenses incurred by consignee. Expenses, that means consignment should be debited. So consignment account is debited. But who is paying these expenses? Nathan is paying the expenses. Consignee is paying the expenses. So entry will be consignment account data to Nathan account, 200 rupees. Being the expenses paid by consignee. That's it. Next comes commission. According to the agreement, 4% commission is allowed to the consignee on sale proceed. The sales are 24,000. So on 24,000, 4%, it comes to 960. The commission is payable. Again, it's an expense. Again, it's an expense. So consignment account should be debited. Consignment account data to Nathan account, because this commission is to be given to Nathan. So entry will be same. Consignment account data to Nathan account. Here also consignment account data to Nathan account. This is the entry for expenses paid by consignee, and this is the entry for commission due to consignee. Here narration: being the commission due to consignee, 960. So remember the entries. If you remember the entries, then the chapter will be very, very easy. The whole thing depends on the entries. So consignment account data to Nathan, being the commission due. Next comes final amount received from the consignee. What the consignee will do, the consignee has sold all the assets, all the goods for rupees 24,000. Here you can see final amount sent by the consignee to consignor. Gross sale proceeds 24,000. He sold all the goods for 24,000. From this, he deduct his expenses and his commission. His expenses paid by consignee, 20 plus 50 plus 130, 200 rupees he has paid. Apart from that, commission. How much commission? 960 rupees commission. Both these will be deducted. 1,160 will be deducted. The remaining amount, how much? 22,840. This is the final amount sent. So 22,840 rupees is the final amount sent by consignee to the consignor. So consignor is getting the money. Consignor is getting the money. So bank account will be debited. So bank account data to Nathan account, 22,840. Being the final amount received. Being the final amount received from consignee. Next comes profit or loss. After completing 6 entries, we want to know the ramen company. Consignor wants to know whether he got the profit or loss on consignment. So it is better to make a consignment account. Here you can see consignment account. We post all the entries from 1st to 6th. First entry, consignment account data to goods and on consignment. So consignment is debited. So debit side to goods and consignment 10,000. Second entry, consignment to bank. So consignment is debited. So to bank 500 expenses. Third entry, Nathan account data to consignment. So consignment is credited by Nathan. So here by Nathan, sale 24,000. Then after that, consignment account data to bank, debit side, consignment account debit to bank, Nathan 200. To bank, to Nathan 200. Next one is commission. Nathan account data to, consignment account data to Nathan account. Consignment is debited to Nathan. Commission 960. Over. All the entries from 1 to 6 I have posted. I have posted in the consignment account. Now take the total on the credit side. Credit side total 24,000. From 24,000 deduct 10,000, minus 10,000, minus 500, minus 200, minus 960. The balance is 12,340. This 12,340 is the profit. The entry for profit is consignment account data to profit and loss account. Consignment account debtor to profit and loss account 12,340. We got it from here. Being the profit on consignment, transferred to profit and loss account. Last entry, the goods sent on consignment should always be transferred to trading account. In the first entry, goods sent on consignment account is credited. Now last entry, we debit goods sent on consignment. We close the account of goods sent on consignment. First entry credited, last entry debited. The goods sent on consignment account debtor to trading account 10,000. Being the goods sent on consignment transferred to trading account. That's all. So in this problem, it is asking you to pass the journal entries. In the books of consignor, I have passed all the entries. Right? Now it is also asking you to pass the journal entry in the books of consignee. Nathan. The books of Nathan, consignee, journal entries. See, the consignee is not bothered about the profit or loss. The consignee is not bothered when goods are received. He will not pass any entry. So when he receives the goods, when Nathan receives the goods, he will not pass an entry. When expenses are paid by the consignor, no entry will be passed. Then he will pass the entry only on the sale. So here first entry, bank account debtor to Ram and Company. Who is Ram and Company? Consignor. Consignor is the Ram and Company. The bank account debtor to Ram and Company 24,000. Being the goods sold. He has received, Nathan has received 24,000. So he will debit bank account. But this 24,000 belongs to whom? On whose behalf he is working? Nathan is working on behalf of Ram. That means this 24,000 belongs to Ram. The bank account debtor to Ram and Company being the goods sold. Now expenses incurred. Nathan has paid 200 rupees expenses on consignment. He will not open consignment account. Remember, consignment account will be opened only by the consignor. Consignee will not open consignment account. So when 200 rupees are spent, bank account is credited because cash is going out. For whom he is paying the expenses? For consignor. What is the name of the consignor? Ram. So entry will be Ram and Company account debtor to bank 200. He will credit bank account because money is going out. For whom he is paying the amount? This amount he is paying on behalf of Ram and Company. So Ram and Company account debtor to bank being expenses paid. Now third entry will be commission. Now this Nathan has to get 960 rupees commission from Ram. So commission is a gain. Commission is a gain to Nathan. So commission account should be credited. From whom this commission has to be received? From Ram. So entry will be Ram account debtor to commission account. Ram and Company account debtor to commission account 960 being the commission receivable from Ram. Last entry, final amount sent by Nathan to Ram. Final settlement. The final amount, how much he is paying? 22,840. 22,840 final amount Nathan is sending to Ram. The entry will be Ram account debtor to bank. Because cash is going out, bank account is credited. To whom he is paying? He is paying to Ram. The Ram account debtor to bank 22,840 being the final amount paid to the consignor. That's all. Only few entries, only 4 entries I have passed. Remember, if you concentrate, then definitely easily you can remember. First entry, sale proceed, bank account debtor to Ram and Company. Second entry, expenses paid, Ram and Company account debtor to bank. Third entry, commission, Ram and Company account debtor to commission. Final amount sent, Ram account debtor to bank. Final amount sent. That's it. So this is the end of the first main problem on consignment. Come on, now I'm starting the second problem. See the second problem carefully. The firm SC and Company of Delhi consigned to Premier and Company Rangoon 50 cases of piece goods valued at rupees 350 each. Concentrate on the problem. Understanding the problem will be half solved. So concentrate. SC and company is the consignor. Premium and company is the consignee. The value of goods sent is 50 cases into 350. So 50 into 350, 17,500 worth of goods are sent by consignor to consignee. The consignor paid freight and insurance thereon 1800. Expenses 1800 paid by the consignor. They received an advance from Premier and Company 8000. So normally, sometimes the consignee will send an advance amount to the consignor. Later on, that advance amount will be adjusted while paying the final settlement. So advance received 8000. Received an account sales from Premier and Company giving particulars as under. Gross proceeds means all the goods are sold by the consignee. No unsold stock. All the goods are sold for rupees 28,000. Expenses of warehousing, carriage, dock dues, etc. incurred by them amounted to 900 rupees. So this 900 rupees are spent by the consignee and commission thereon 1,000. Received bank draft for the balance due to them on consignment. So finally, after selling the goods, the consignee will deduct the advance given, then deduct the expenses incurred by consignee, deduct the commission. After deducting these three, then the final amount is sent through bank draft by the consignee. Then from the above particulars, prepare the necessary ledger accounts in the books of consignor and those of the consignee. See, in this problem we are not asked to pass the journal entries like the previous problem. The very first problem we have done where journal entries we have passed in the books of consignor and in the books of consignee. But here we are required to make the ledger accounts. In theory video I have explained you totally 4 accounts are there in the books of consignor. Consignment account, consignee's account, goods sent on consignment account and consignment stock account. But here in this problem we don't have consignment stock. Because all the goods are sold away, there is no unsold stock. So one account will not come. Only 3 accounts will come in the books of the consignor. That is consignment account, consignee's account and goods sent on consignment account. And consignee will open only one account. Whose account? Consignor's account. That's it. So this is the problem. So first of all, I am going to make the ledger accounts in the books of the consignor. Who is the consignor? SC and Company. The books of SC and Company, consignor, ledger accounts I am making. So which is the first ledger account? Consignment account. Second account, Premier and Company. Which is this Premier and Company? It's the consignee. Consignee is the Premier and Company. The Premier and Company account. And third account is goods sent on consignment account. These 3 accounts are prepared by consignor. Now first entry. When the goods are sent by the consignor to the consignee, the entry will be consignment account data to goods sent on consignment. Consignment account data to goods sent on consignment. So consignment account should be debited to goods sent on consignment 17,500. 50 cases into 350 each. So what is the entry? Consignment account data to goods sent on consignment. So goods sent on consignment should be credited by consignment 17,500. One account is debited, the other account is credited. Consignment account is debited and goods sent on consignment account is credited 17,500. First entry over. Second entry, expenses are paid by the consignor, SC and Company. SC and Company has paid the expenses. How much expense they are paid? 1800 rupees given in the problem. The entry will be consignment account data to bank. Consignment account data to bank. So to bank expenses 1800 rupees. 1800 over. Next comes expenses paid by the consignee. How much expenses consignee has paid? Consignee has paid 900 rupees expenses. So entry will be consignment account data to premium. But before that, one entry is their advance receipt. Advance amount is received from the consignee. So when advance amount is received, bank account data to Premier and Company. What is the name of the consignee? Premier and Company. So bank account data to Premier and Company. Premier and Company is credited by bank advance 8,000. 8,000 rupees advance is received. Bank account data to Premier and Company. Premier and Company is credited by bank advance. Now expenses. Expenses 900 rupees paid by Premier and Company. Entry will be consignment account data to Premier and Company. Consignment account data to Premier and Company. So consignment account should be debited to Premier and Company, expenses 900. And Premier and Company should be credited by consignment. So by consignment, expenses 900. Now, commission. The commission due to the consignee is 1000 rupees given in the problem. The entry will be consignment account data to consignee account. Consignee is Premier. So consignment account data to Premier and Company. So consignment account is debited to Premier and Company, commission 1000. And Premier and Company is credited by consignment, commission 1000. By consignment, commission 1000. Or all the entries are over. Now final amount is received. Final amount is received from the consignee. How to find out the final amount? Sale proceed. We have not passed the entry for sale proceed. Sale proceed entry is Premier and Company account data to consignment. Consignment account is credited for sale. For sale, consignment account. So Premier and Company account data are to consignment. So Premier and Company is debited 28,000 and consignment account is credited 28,000 by Premier and Company sale. All the entries are over. Now final amount is received. When final amount is received, the entry will be bank account data to Premier and Company. Bank account data to Premier and Company. So Premier and Company credit side by bank. Final amount sent. Final amount received, not sent, but I'll write on final amount received. Right? Now, how much is the final amount? Debit side 28,000. From 28,000 deduct minus 8,000 minus 900 minus 1,000. The balancing figure is 18,100. So 18,100 is the final amount received by SC and Company. From whom they have received? From Premier and Company. Entry will be bank account data to Premier and Company. Bank account data to Premier and Company. The Premier and Company credit side by bank 18,100. This account is closed. Now we have to close the account of consignment. We want to find out whether there is profit or loss. In this case, credit side is more. Credit side is 28,000. So from 28,000 deduct minus 17,500 minus 1,800 minus 900 minus 1,000. So what is the balancing figure? 6,800. This 6,800 is the profit because credit side is more. Credit side is more, debit side is less, so it's a profit. What is the entry for profit? Consignment account data to profit and loss account. Consignment account data to profit and loss account. So consignment account is debited to profit and loss account. Balancing figure, profit 6,800, that's all. Now last account is goods sent on consignment account. Already first entry we have passed. Consignment account data to goods sent on consignment, already posted. Now this goods sent on consignment should be transferred to trading account. Always, every problem, the goods sent on consignment should be transferred to trading account. The entry will be goods sent on consignment account data to trading account. The goods sent on consignment should be debited to trading account 17,500. Account is closed, no balance. That's it. So these are the ledger accounts in the books of the consignor. If you remember the entries, easily you can post it into ledger accounts. Otherwise, rule of thumb. If you want to follow the rule of thumb, just make it a rule that on consignment account, credit side will take the sales. Credit side will take the sales. Debit side will take the cost of goods sent on consignment, goods sent on consignment. Then expenses paid by the consignor, expenses paid by the consignee, and commission of the consignee. These are the items debited. Then balancing figure is the profit. And consignee account is debited with the sale proceed. The sale proceed on debit side. Whereas advance given and the expenses, commission are credited. From this 28,000 deduct all this, we'll get the balancing figure 18,100 final amount received. Over. Now I am coming to the books of consignee. Who is the consignee here? Premier and Company. The books of Premier and Company consignee, right? SC and Company. Only one account the consignee will open. Whose account? Consignor's account. What is the name of the consignor? SC and Company. So Premier and Company will open only one account, consignor's account. Consignor name is SC and Company. Only one account. So when the consignee receives the goods, he will not pass any entry. When he receives the goods, he will not pass any entry. When expenses are paid by the consignor, no entry in the books of the consignee. When advance is given by the consignee to the consignor, the entry that will be passed by consignee is consignor account data to bank. What is the name of the consignor? SC and Company. So entry will be SC and Company account data to bank. SC and Company account data to bank. So debit side to bank, advance 8,000. First entry posted. Now second entry, expenses incurred. This Premier and Company has paid some expenses, 900 rupees expenses they have paid. So bank account is credited. Bank account is credited. For whom they have paid? They have paid for SC and Company. So entry will be SC and Company account data to bank. SC and Company account data to bank. So here you write down to bank expenses 900. Next is commission. Commission is an income for consignee. So commission account is credited. Commission account is credited. Debit will be given to SC and Company. So entry will be SC and Company account data to commission. So debit side to commission 1000. Now sale proceed. Sale proceed. The consignee has sold all the goods for 28,000 rupees. The consignee has sold all the goods for 28,000 rupees. So they have received 28,000. The bank account data are 28,000 because they have received. But this 28,000 rupees belongs to whom? It belongs to SC and Company, consignor. On behalf of consignor, consignee has sold the goods. So whatever amount he has received, he has to pay to the consignor. So entry will be bank account data to SC and Company. Bank account data to SC and Company. So SC and Company is credited by bank. SC and Company account is credited by bank 28,000. That's all. All the transactions are over. Now final amount is sent through bank draft. The balancing figure we will find out. What is the total on the credit side? 28,000. From 28,000 deduct minus 8,000 minus 900 minus 1,000. The balancing figure is 18,100. Now 18,100 rupees should be sent by the consignee to the consignor. What is the entry? SC and Company account data to bank. Because money is going out, so bank account is credited. SC and Company account data to bank. So SC and Company debit side to bank, balancing figure. Final amount sent. This 18,100 is the final amount sent by the consignee to the consignor. That's all. Finished. So ledger accounts. Ledger accounts in the books of consignor and ledger account in the books of consignee. In this problem I have explained. So two problems, first and second main problem I have completed. I have explained each and every point. So don't watch only once, twice, thrice you watch, and keep a notebook beside you. When you watch the video, take a note. Take a note of each and every important point what I am explaining. So only listening is not enough. Apart from that, you work out. You note down the important points, important entries what I am telling. Then only you can be able to get the full command on the subject of consignment accounts. Okay, so if you are satisfied with my lecture, give a like to the video. Share my channel in your group, in your friend circle, so that more students can watch the video and enhance the knowledge. Give your comments on these videos. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe my channel if you have not yet subscribed. We'll continue, inshallah, the next problem in the next video.